जगद्गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु जी महाराज की जय।
Krishna. அவங்களுக்கு கொடுத்துருங்க, அவங்க பாட போகிறாங்க. இங்கே உட்காரு. Come this side. Okay, so usually traditionally, first of all, welcome you all for our Sunday program. Is anyone here for the first time? Never first time?
Yes.
Okay, you're traveling or you're from here?
No, I'm from St. Louis itself.
Okay, you're coming for the first time.
Correct.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And welcome everyone. Usually we do a standard song, invocation prayer before we start called Jai Radha Madhava. But today's program is going to be a little different. We are going to have it much more lively, a concert mixed with lecture. So whenever you want to sleep, during lecture you can sleep. And when the concert has been performed, you can wake up. So you guys, it's going to be very interesting. You won't get bored. In between, you get a chance to take a nap. I have a team, wonderful team here. Shivangi, right here, is going to sing song. And Krishna, going to do a violin. She's going to be the violinist. And we are going to do, and by the way, the topic for today is the famous 8 stanzas. I was going to put Jagannathastakam. I don't know how many people understand in general. Ashtaka means 8. Ashta means 8. So it's a stotra done by Sripad Adi Shankaracharya on Lord Jagannath. Why Jagannath today? We all know. Next week we are going to be busy pulling the rath. The Lord is going to come on the streets, and we are all going to be there pulling the rath on the streets. So to get the mood of that, we are going to see what this Ashtakam is. 8 slokas by Adi Shankaracharya, which is also chanted by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was in Puri. By the way, how many of you know this temple, Jagannath Puri? Yeah? Yeah. You might know as Jagannath Puri. It is not Puri, by the way. It's not Masala Puri or some Puri. It's Puri. Puri is the right way of telling, but for some reason we got attached to Puris. We also make Jagannath as Puri. It's not Puri, it's small Puri. Kanchi Puri. Anant Puri. Anantpur. It's not Anantpuri. Anantpuri, no? Pur is Jagannath Puri. Small you. So with that said, what we will do is, we will go verse by verse, because we only have 40 minutes, 45 minutes. There are 8 slokas, stotras. If we spend 5 minutes on each, 40 minutes is over. Right? So we are going to only spend 5 minutes per stotram, per sloka, including the song, which will be sung verse by verse. Mataji will sing one sloka and we'll speak on that one sloka, and she'll sing a second one. We'll go to the second one. Like that, we'll try to complete 8 slokas. At the end, the 9th sloka is added, and if you all stay until the 9th sloka, then you know Palastuti. What is the benefit of hearing these 8 slokas attentively, by the way? If you attentively hear, and then you get a benefit of it, that will be the 9th Palastuti sloka. We will see that one also. With that said, are you all ready? Yes?
Yes.
Jagannath Swami ki
Jai.
Jagannath Baladev Subhadramai ki
Jai.
St. Louis Rath Yatra ki
Jai.
With that said, let's hear the first sloka. At the end, they will be doing the entire sloka. So it's going to be pieces to get your interest, attract your interest. At the end, they are going to do the entire 8 slokas together. Now it will be one by one. Okay? Let's get started. Thank you. Kadachit Kalindi Tata Vipira Sankita Ravo Mudhaberi Nari Vadana Kamalaswada Madhupaha Rama Shambhu Brahma Marapati Ganesha Chitapato Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatumi. We all want to have something which is pleasing to our eyes. The eyes that we have, we just want to make sure we see beautiful things and nice things. You all are able to hear from back, right? Because we have one mic we are going to share, but I want them to, we can't keep moving the mic here. So, the purpose of eye is to see some things, right? Beautiful things. This 8 slokas of Adi Shankaracharya, which is chanted by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is asking for only one thing, which you can see, Ashtakam usually has the last line of the slokas, usually on many of all the Ashtakam, repeats. So over here, this daughter, it says this, Kadachit, sometimes Krishna walks on the banks of Kalindi. Kalindi means river Yamuna. It's because it's dark in color. That river is dark in color. He walks through the sides of the banks of the groves of the river. While he walks, what he does, he doesn't walk just like that, putting his hands in his pocket and walk like that. He carries flute in his hand and starts playing the flute. Sankita Rao. Mudhaviri Nari Vadana Kamalaswada Madhupaha. As he was doing, the main attraction, the reason that he is doing all this thing is, before we get into the details of this, one important point need to be told is this sloka is quite important as the first sloka because it tells the 2 important characteristic qualities of the Lord. That is, one is called Saulabhyam. Another thing is called Paratvam. Saulabhyam means simplicity. Paratvam means greatness. It is very hard to find both in one person. If someone is great, it's very hard to see that person to be simple because he is great. Either he is great because of his education, because of his wealth, because of the jati, the caste that he is born, because of his appearance, whatever the reasons could be. He is great. Somehow he is great, famous. If you are too famous, then you won't find that person walking on Walgreens and shoes because he is great, right? Whereas a simple person, a naturally simple person, you can see him anywhere and everywhere because he's not great, like us, right? You cannot see, you can easily approach that person. But the person having these two qualities is very rare to see. Therefore, the first two lines of this particular first sloka talks about the simplicity called Saulabhyam. And the third line talks about his greatness. Right? We'll see that one now. Here, how is a person to be simple? We see that how Krishna to be simple. We can see that Krishna is in Vrindavan, surrounded by many of his friends who are also not very educated. They have never gone to school. All they know is what grade of milk they get is A2, A1, A2, is organic or non-organic. Right? It is low, whatever it is, red color, whatever. So only they know anything about cow. That's all they know. Of course, they know buffalo and goat, anything related to the grazing things. That's all they know. That's his friend. Those are Krishna's friends. His parents, simple people, again. And whatever he eat, what Krishna likes to eat, is very simple food. Again, make sure it's all mixed with some main ingredients for his food is, even if you make sambar, he wants milk in it. By the way, I don't know how it tastes though. He may like it, right? For idli also, idli or paratha, milk must be there. So that's how he is. So simple, Krishna is. So because he is so simple, okay, thank you, Prabhu, for arranging this. Now I got to do exercise. You're going to see now. Pranayama, breathing exercise. All this is very good. Okay. So one may ask, so what is great about Krishna? He is so simple. He just mingles with all his friends, grazes the cows and plays with the friends and all sort of things. How is he great? The third line says. What the third line says? It says that Rama, Shambhu, Brahma, Mara, Pati, Ganesha, Chita, Pato. He says, yeah, he is simple, but understand that simple person is being worshipped by Rama, Shambhu, Ganesha, Indra, all those great personalities, Brahma, all those great personalities whom we go and worship. This is going to be very hard for me, holding and talking like this. So I'm just going to leave it. Or someone can sit on this side to balance it out. So we know that Lakshmi is constantly massaging the feet of Lord Krishna, Narayana. Shiva, he also constantly chants the name of Rama, Krishna. In Bhagavatam itself, there is a Rudra Gita. If you know, there is a Rudra Gita. In Rudra Gita. Likewise, even we all know famous slokas that Shiva always chants the name of Ram, which is Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulya Rama Nama Varan. Brahma also sings Krishna's glories, the famous Brahma Samhita, and also Brahma Vimoha Leela, where he falls at the feet of Krishna and he prays to Krishna. Indra, he did a boo-boo with Krishna one time, you all know that, and he fell at the feet of Krishna. After Krishna lifted the Govardhan, then he came and fell at the feet of Krishna. He also prayed. Like Rama, Shambhu, Brahma, Mara, Pati, Ganesha, Chita, Pato. Everyone falls and worships at the feet of Krishna. Even though he is so simple, he is very great. That's only we can find in Krishna, no one else. No one else. Right? So to that Lord, we can see Saulabhyam and Paratvam. This is the first sloka. Okay. Only 5 minutes per sloka, otherwise we cannot finish these things. We'll move on. But what about these 3 lines? So what? He is simple. He is walking on the banks of Yamuna. He has been captivated by the beauties of the gopis. That will come little details later. Being a god, how he is getting attracted to girls. We'll talk about that little later. And he has been worshipped by all these great personalities whom we worship. They are worshipping him. So what about him? Let that Lord be object of my vision. So at the end of every sloka, I'm going to teach you one line. You're going to repeat after me. Okay? That is now Jagannathastakam Nayana Patagami Bhavatumi. Not Bhavatume, Bhavatumi. Okay? Everyone repeat Jagannathastakam Nayana Pata Gami Bhavatu me. May, my dear Lord Jagannath, may you become my object of vision. Because right now my eyes are wandering everywhere trying to find the beautiful things of this world. But when you come in front of me, when you become the object of my vision, everything else will become tucham. It will become insignificant. Correct? Right. Yeah. So whenever we find something, it's going to hurt your hand so much, Mataji. Please leave. It's okay. Whoever watched it will not hear me. That's all. So let's move on to the second one. So you're going to repeat after me at the end of this one. Jagannathaswami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me. My dear Lord Jagannath, may you become object of my vision. Now let's move on to the second stotra. Ready? Bhuje Savya Venum. Bhuje Savya Venum. Venum is Krishna's flute. Venum is Krishna's flute. Savya, in Bhagavad Gita we heard this one, Savya Sachi. Savya Sachi, not Sachin Tendulkar. Arjuna's name is Savya Sachi, who can also very easily, effortlessly shoot arrows with his left hand. Savya Sachi. Therefore he is Bhuje Savya Venum. With his left hand, holding his flute on the left hand, he is filling the flute holes with his lips. This musical, he's singing very nicely. And then as he was singing, playing the flute and singing, he was glancing with his corner side like this, glancing upon these damsels of Vraja, that is gopis. Just looking at the gopis with a side glance. This is exactly the same similar slokas there in Srimad Bhagavatam, where it says Vargha Pitam Natavaravapuhu Karnayor Karnikaram Bhibhradvasam Kanaka Kapitam Vaijayanti Chamalam Randra Venur Adara Sudaya Purayan Gopa Vrinde Vrindaranyam Swapataramanam Pravishad Gita Kirti Vrindaran. Barha Pitam means he is having a peacock feather on his crown, on his head. Vaijayanti Mala. Pitambaram, he is wearing a yellow garment around his waist. Karnayor Karnikaram, he is wearing a beautiful earring. This is describing so beautifully. That's exactly what Adi Shankaracharya is also saying here. How is to look. Why do we usually have to dress up nicely? When especially you come to the temple, you go to the party, you go to the gathering. Why do we have to dress up nicely? Is there a reason why we really have to dress up? Why? Because it's a public place, one reason. When you're presenting yourself in a public place, just dress up nicely, be decent, presentable, etc., etc. That could be the reason. Another reason is you want to dress up in such a way so that others can look at you and ask, where did you buy this chudar? So you feel nice. Oh yeah, it's just they don't make it's just one model, whatever they call a designer model. That means only one type. Thank you. Designer model, only one type. So just like that. Usually we dress up for various reasons. Therefore, Krishna is not less than that, because this quality of we want to show up to others is actually coming from Krishna. Krishna also dress up very nicely. only if you have to go into the Vrindavan forest. With his boyfriends, he doesn't care whether he's having a shorts or pants or torn jeans pant or whatever it is. He doesn't care when he goes with boys. He doesn't care how he combs his hair, nothing. He doesn't worry about it. But only if you want to go into the banks of Yamuna, he dresses up nicely. I don't know why. Right? That is why all of us also getting that habit of, okay, maybe. He's the Supreme Father today. By the way, wish you all a very happy Father's Day. Haribol. So Krishna is the Supreme Father. So the gene is coming to all of the boys and men here to dress up like this, maybe. Okay. So Krishna, who dresses up nicely to get the attraction of gopis. And the truth is that gopis are not just simply attracted for the external appearance of Krishna. There's one particular sloka in Bhagavatam which says that it says the Bhushana Bhushanam, forgetting the starting of that sloka. The ornaments that Krishna is wearing, usually we all dress up so that we can look little better in public place. Right? But Krishna wearing all these ornaments, Karnikaram, Pitambaram, Vaijayanti Mala, all the different things he's wearing, not to increase his beauty, but to give beauty to those ornaments. Completely opposite. Completely opposite. If we don't dress up nicely, we look ugly. People cannot come close to us. Right? Yeah. So, you all know, when at home, do we ever care about how we look at home? Suddenly you have to go to someone's house. Then you say, oh my God, is this the same person comes on Sunday program? It looks so different. Right? Kali Mata, something like that. Bhairava, whatever. We can't understand. The same person is looking so nice over there. It's not. This is house. House you can be casual, normal, like that, right? But Krishna's beauty is not always as beautiful. Whether he comes dirty with all the muds and everything after playing with his boys, he looks beautiful. In fact, the Acharya says he looks much more beautiful when he comes dirty. Really. Because Yashoda, his mother, tried to clean the dress so much. She tried to use Tide. She used to use Tide all solution. She tried, what is the solution? What is it called? Arm and hammer. She used all different detergent. You cannot clean. Every time she has to make a new dress for Krishna to go and make dirty and come back again, throw that into the trash. Like that. But Krishna looks beautiful. So that's the second one. That Krishna, who is in the banks of Yamuna, who is having a side glance upon the gopis, let his glance also fall upon us. Jagannathaswami bhavatu me. Very simple. Jagannathaswami Nayana Patagami bhavatu me. May Lord Jagannath become the object of my vision. Number 2 over number 3. Sloka spoke about Krishna's Jagannath's Saulabhyam and Paratvam. Correct? You remember? Number 1. Number 2 spoke about his appearance, how beautiful he looks. How beautiful. The third one talks about who is he associated with and where he is located, where he is placed. That's the third one. Because everyone will be interested. Oh yeah, Krishna is so simple, so accessible, also he is great, and his features are so beautiful. Where is he? Where is he? I want to go see him. The third sloka reveals the answer where you can find him. Mahabodhi stire kanakaruchire Neela Shikare. So he is on this place, special place, which is called Blue Mountain. He is on the top of this blue mountain called Neelachala. Neela Achala. Achala is called mountain. Achala means that which is immovable, actually speaking, but mountain is also immovable. Therefore, mountain's another name is Achala. Neela means blue. Blue mountain is called Neela Achala. Neela Achala. So that is nothing but Jagannath Puri. The Jagannath Puri is on the hill called Neela Achala. And where is he? In Neela Achala mountain. He is standing there with whom? He is having his brother, older brother, on his extreme right side. And the middle, he has his sister, who is called Subhadra, and his brother is Balabhadra or Baladev. Three of them are there. Now the question is, why three? Why three? In many temples we go, especially on the southern side of there are different types of Vishnu temples where you can only find the Lord himself and Narayana or Krishna standing himself alone by himself. You go to some temples, you find Lakshmi Narayana, Radha Krishna, Sita Ram. Right? Sita Ram is always with Parivar. Lakshman, Sita Ram, Hanuman, everyone will be there. So, but this temple is such a little unique temple where you can't find like this anywhere else, because in this temple is brothers and sisters only. Sisters only. Only brothers and sisters. So why this three? What does that signify to us? Lessons? What does it tell us? It's a very simple thing. Not very simple. This connects us to Ramayana. Again, this is nowhere given by the Acharyas. It is my attraction towards Ramayana which connects me to these three things over here. So do not ask me where it's been told. In Ramayana, where Rama and Krishna, Rama, Lakshmana and Sita were walking towards the Dandakaranya forest, Valmiki Muni narrates the walking of them is like the Pranava mantra is walking. Rama is walking in the front, Sita in the center, Lakshmana in the back. That's how they work. And Valmiki is telling that the way, the style that they walk, when we see it, the three walking is like Pranava mantra, which is Omkara, itself is walking. What does it mean? What does Omkara mean? Om has three syllables. A, U, Ma. A represents Vishnu. A, U, Ma represents Jivatma. And then U represents the connecting factor of Paramatma and Jivatma. U. That U is Mother Sita. The Jivatma cannot directly get connected to Paramatma. It needs a connecting factor, a recommendation given by someone to make that connection established. We always have the connection, but we don't realize it, right? But that connection is established by the Mother Sita. So the same thing can be applied over here. For us to understand the tattva, the philosophy of Jagannath, Paramatma, Baladev taking as a Jivatmas, do not make it equal to like that, just for us to understand the philosophy behind it, that's all. Now you don't start thinking that, oh, he's a Jivatma, she's a, not like that. Just to understand the secret behind this tree. Paramatma, Jivatma, and the connecting factor in the center. So it's like almost the Pranava is sitting over there in Jagannath Puri. Jagannath Puri. Okay? So that's one way of understanding. Again, the story is there, why they look like that, why the three are like that. We are not going to go into that story. You can find the stories always yourself, read or go into the internet and find ask our Acharya over there. He will tell you what the reason. Another simple reason for us to understand, Krishna is establishing another simple principle here. Look, I am very much attached and close with my family, my brothers and sisters. So if you also have brothers and sisters, try to live a harmonious life together. Don't start getting into unnecessary fighting and problems. Respect, you're all coming from the same parents. Therefore, be united together. Even though there are differences, value the relationship rather than anything else. This is very important in our relationship. What is important is, if you only see a person's quality, I'm talking about specifically on the relationship that we have. If you only speak about the characteristic and the behavior of the person, based on that you want to have that relationship, guess what? Down the line, you won't find anyone, because we constantly keep changing. We were not the same person how we were when we were born with our brothers and sisters, parents and others, uncles. Now we have changed. It's not the same. Therefore, our characters and behaviors and thought process will keep changing over the period of the time. If we are going to base our relationship on those things, it's going to fall off one day. It's going to fall off one day. Rather, however this person is going to be, but his relationship as a brother, as a sister, as a devotee, as a guru, as a sishya, never going to change. Then we won't be disappointed. Yes or no? Please tell me. You can argue with me, I'll accept it if I'm wrong in this matter. Therefore, if we keep the importance of husband, he is my husband, nevertheless, however he is, she is my wife, nevertheless, whatever she is, however she is. Of course, there are extreme cases, I'm not going to talk about that. You all know, you're all mature. So when there's an extreme case, abusive thing, then we are not going to talk about this relationship. That's a different case. But in a natural thing, there are going to be fight, there are going to be argument, there are going to be difference of opinion. But for small things, we cannot get into the problems of divorce and you're not my brother, you're my father, you are not. None of those things is going to be helpful for us. Because as Mataji Dayaswini Mata said, then we'll be by ourselves in this world. Because we won't find anyone like that in this world. Okay. So therefore, my Lord, who you are in the Nilachal mountain, the blue mountain, standing with your brother and sister like a Omkara, teaching us a lesson, lively lesson. Let you become the object of my vision. Everyone chant. Jagannathastakam Nayana Patakami Bhavatume. So the sloka again. Mahambodhi Stire Kanakaruchire Nila Shikare Vasan Prasadanta Sakajata Balabhadrena Balina Subhadra Madhyastha Sakala Sura Seva Vasarado. Sakala Sura Seva Vasarado. All Sakala Jagannathaswami Nayana Patakami Bhavatume. Let's move on to the fourth. Thank you. Pankiruha Mukha, the lotus face. If you read every time any stotras, even in scriptures like Bhagavatam, in Ramayana, in Mahabharata, whenever there's a description comes about Krishna, they identify Krishna with lotus. Lotus eyes, lotus hands, lotus feet, lotus lips, lotus everything, lotus. It is so interesting that if you like someone, you can glorify them to the whatever the best that you could. If you like someone, my daughter came today and gave a card which I said that you are the best dad. I was thinking, am I? If you like someone, you just have to tell your best. For that person, someone is best. It is understandable. If you like someone, you appreciate that person. What about if you don't like someone? Do you appreciate? It's obvious. Thank you. You don't appreciate if you don't like someone, you hate someone, you have enmity with someone, you fight with someone. You don't say, you have a lotus eyes, but your smile is, your lips are like whatever, a fruit, bimba fruit. Your walking style is so nice. You're my enemy. We don't write a poem on someone whom we don't like, but interestingly in Mahabharata, Krishna goes as a messenger to Hastinapur, and over there he stays at Vidura's house. Vidura is a nice person, so he stays overnight over there at Vidura's house. So next day he's going to go and meet the Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, and all the Dushasana, everyone, and try to convey the message as a messenger. Let's drop this idea and become friends and do whatever you can. He was trying to be a messenger, good messenger. But then Duryodhana came to know that Krishna is staying at Vidura's house. He was not happy. He said, that Pundarikaksha. Come on, what? Excuse me. He said, that Pundarikaksha, that lotus-eyed one. Pundarikashram, he's holding Krishna, he's not happy. But you think that lotus-eyed one. What? Don't say like that. If we're angry means we use all donkey, monkey, all this animals name, not lotus and all those things. Duryodhana was saying, Pundarikaksha, he's staying in Vidra's house. The lotus-eyed one is staying in Vidra's house. And Dasaratha also says when Vishwamitra comes to take Rama to the forest, he says, my son cannot come, he is Rajiva Lochana. Rajiv means again lotus, Padma means lotus, Pundarika means lotus, right? So he said, my son has a Rajiva Lochana, his eyes are lotus flowers. So what's the use of you taking him? We're not going to go into Ramayana, otherwise we sidetrack. Now, not only that, Kunti is saying, in its Kunti praise, she's saying, Nama Pankaja Nabhaya, Nama Pankaja Maline, Nama Pankaja Netraya, Namaste Pankajandriye. She says, Krishna, your navel over there is like a lotus flower. You're wearing a lotus garland, and then your netra, your eyes, are like lotus flower. And you have a lotus flower as a footmark at your feet. You are overall a lotus. That is Kunti is praying like that. So Shabari says one time in Ramayana that Rama is asking Shabari, are you happy? Is your life successful? He said, by your vision on me, this is Valmiki Ramayana, by your vision, the glance on me, my life has become successful. There's nothing else remaining. That glance is enough on Kataksham. That Kataksham is enough that I am successful in my life. There are some nice stories for each of these things. Unfortunately, to lack of time, we are going to skip the stories for now. But I'll tell only one story in Puri, Jagannath, where there's one devotee, Dasya. His name is Dasya. And he was not having much money. He had a family, children. He had not had much money somehow, but he's a great devotee of Jagannath. He always says, Jagannath will take care of us. Why need to worry about many things that's happened in our life? Especially this is a strong faith, like how we go to Vrindavan, everyone is Radha's devotee, Radharani's devotee, right? Radhe, 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 everyone is Radhe, Radhe. Whereas you go to Oriya side, I mean, I've been on the right side and left side, I'm able to speak today so without any fear, bravely, confidently, just because I'm surrounded by the great devotees of Jagannath from Oriya, right here and right there. Husband and wife like that, I'm sitting in the center. They keep on continuously giving their mercy on me. I'm able to speak now. So this devotee, one time he came home and then he sat to eat. His wife was going to serve. In those days, they serve food in a red clay, like a plate, a pot. Then in the red clay pot, she dropped rice, the hot white rice, few spoons, and then it all spread over there. And then on the top of it, she put a black spinach dal on top in the center. And she said, please have Prabhu, husband. So he was ready to have. Then he looked at the pot. He started crying. We also cry at home when something happens. Oh, I have to eat this one now. not that cry, by the way. He was looking at the food and thinking, how can I eat this? Red border, and then white color, and in the center black color. What does it tell you? It's the eyes of Jagannath. Eyes of Jagannath. Right? Dark in the top, and then a white color next circle, and in the center, big, nice black one. Right? He saw this, he remembered Krishna's eye there. Where is Achar? Where is Papad? Everything is missing here. This is all you made today. I'm coming so tired. Only dal sabji, the rice, that's all. We'll make a big fight out of it. Right? So this person is a true devotee. He saw Krishna, he saw Jagannath in even that food. Then he stopped eating. He couldn't eat. He was crying. He couldn't eat. So Then the wife was telling, what happened to you? You became, after you came back from Puri, you becoming a mad person. What happened to you? Did someone did some black magic to you over there in Puri? What happened to you? Then she went to the leaders of the village and said, my husband is not eating, he's behaving like a madman, he's crying and rolling and doing. The leaders, all the head person of the village, he came and asked, Dasya, what happened to you? Then he narrated, how can I eat? This is Krishna. You can see only Jagannath eye. Then they are, how did you get this bhava? How did you get this emotion? Wow, so nice. And they called his wife and said, we have an idea for you, for him to eat. What? Keep rice separate, dal separate. Let that Lord become our object of vision. Jagannathastakam. Let's move on to the fifth story. The Lord got into the chariot. Now this is a sloka focus for us for next week upcoming Rath Yatra. This is exactly what it is about. Talks about a Rath Yatra. The Lord gets into the Ratharudho Gacchami Milita Bhudeva Patalayi. So he gets into the chariot where Ramana is chanting the Vedas and everyone is pulling the chariot and going. So that Jagannathaswami is, who is he? Is another name is being given here for Jagannath Swami is Daya Sindhu. Daya Sindhu. His another name is Daya Sindhu. Daya Sindhu means ocean. Daya means compassion, mercy, compassion, an ocean of compassion. Ocean of compassion. Bandhu is friend. He is friend. Sakala Jagatam. Sakala Jagatam. He is friend of Indians, by the way. Is Jagannath friend of Indians? Maybe India plus Nepal, Bangladesh. Sakala is friend of everyone, except friend or not, he always considers friend. He accepts as a friend. That Jagannath gets into the chariot and he comes out. Can anyone over here just like that walk into the altar room? Can anyone walk in straight into the room? We cannot. Same thing. Puri also. Did anyone yawn? Oh, I told you just 2 more minutes and they'll start singing. I know. This is why I told you early only. I told you. I made a disclaimer. I'll be boring, but please. Thank you. When you sing, no one is. So maybe I should cut short. Okay. Anyway, so the reason is like how the king goes in the street to see how the citizens are doing. Likewise, the king Jagannatha comes on the street to make sure everything is going on nicely. And another reason is that Krishna also knows there could be some people for some reason, due to disability, due to some health issue, due to whatever the reason, they may not be able to come to the temple. Therefore, he comes voluntarily. Also, he knows that there are different types of devotees. There are weekly devotees, monthly devotees, festival devotees. They will only come on Sunday only. Other days, they don't know if temple exists or not. Right? They are much better. There are other devotees who only come on festival time. Festival time, right? Like that, there are different types of devotees are there. We may see differences, but Jagannath doesn't see differences. He's like, okay, you don't come. I'm running a temple here. Every Sunday I'm waiting for you to come here, but you don't come. Let me come. My God. Just imagine. For us to drive and come 30 minutes, 15 minutes or 40 minutes is a big deal. The Lord of the universe goes on the street because we are so lazy to come to the temple. He comes, okay, I'll come to you. It's okay, I'll come. So that's the beauty of Jagannath. Jagannathaswami ki jai. Let that Lord become the object of my vision. Now, Jagannathaswami Nayana Patakami Bhavatumi. 10 more minutes, don't worry. 6, 7, 8, we'll be done. 6. Residing in the mountain, the blue mountain. Nila Dhrav. Dhrav is also meaning mountain, Nila is blue. Again the same different name. So he is residing in the top of the mountain. And then where is his feet? On the mountain, right? When someone is on the mountain, naturally your feet is going to be placed on the mountain. And what does it mean? He is placed his feet on the head of Anantasesha. Anantasesha. That mountain, Niladri mountain, Nilachala mountain is none other than Ananta. It's the same thing. You go to Tirupati, the 7 hills Tirupati is none other than Adishesha. The 7 hills is Adishesha. Niladro, Nilachala, the blue mountain is also the same Anantasesha. Pleasure of being embraced by Radharani. That's what is being told here. Rasanando Radha Sarasa Vapur Alingana Sukho. He gets a great pleasure by embracing Radharani. We are going to pause here and take a few minutes to understand this one. Very important. Otherwise, we may also try to imitate the same thing, try to embrace something and try to Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath. Right? Unfortunately, that's not going to work. You'll be kicked out. Right? Nivasi Niladro. Nivasi means residence. Residence of Niladro. Niladro, the blue mountain. Like Srinivasa. Nivasa means residence. Sri means Mahalakshmi. That means Sri was residing in someone's heart is called Srinivasa. You can see the image of Mahalakshmi on the chest of the Lord, right? So Srinivasa. Now, the important thing we need to understand here is, what are we doing here? Coming to the temple here to develop some bhakti, but we are talking about a boy and girl relationship, embracing and kissing and stealing the garments of the gopis and dancing with the gopis in the night time. It doesn't look like a nice place or nice things to talk about in the temple in front of the God. By the way, God is what who did all this. How can we understand this one? What is happening here? It's little making us feel like not comfortable. You come to the class and hear about boys and girls relationship. How can we even talk about this to our children? Krishna did like this, like that. Okay. Short time. At least there are 10 reasons why Krishna does this thing. We won't be having enough time to go through all the 10 reasons why Krishna. What's the meaning of Rasa Leela? Rasa Leela. What's the meaning of this one? But we'll just see few points here. One thing we need to understand is that the rules and regulation of this world is only applicable to us, not to God. God doesn't, the Vedas and Dharma Shastras, Manusmritis and all those different things is made for us, not made for God. Not made for God. That's the very first thing we have to understand. But that may bring up more questions. But due to the lack of time, we may not be able to go through all the different things. Maybe we will do something that in a different time here. But also one may question that if that is not a rule for God, that's understandable. What about the girls, the gopis? They should know, it applies for them. They should not come out of the house and start dancing with another man. Right? Krishna, these girls who came and did Rasa Leela, by the way, not that they are all young girls. They were young girls. Young girls. They were married women. They were middle-aged. They were also old ones. Grannies were coming, by the way. For example, I can't pick on you. But anyway, I don't want to pick on anyone here. If you have to call for a party, only ladies are allowed in your party, your birthday party. Okay? Come on, be frank, man. I know. Whom are you going to invite?
Closer to My
of your age. It's very obvious. He's going to invite the girls of this age. But not aunties. Not aunties. Aunts in this country. In Indian, aunties. Not aunties and aunties. No. Right? When Krishna danced with different age group of these ladies, what does it tell to us? Very easy to understand. This dance is not related to anything to do with the bodily concept, 17, 18 or maybe maximum 21, something like that. But he let everyone to come and dance. It's quite obvious for us to understand this has nothing to do with our laukika and the worldly relationship that we have with boys and girls. It's quite obvious. I'll skip all the other 8 points for now. But this is sufficient for us to understand that Lord, let him become the object of my vision. Jagannathastakam Nayana Patakami Bhavatu Me. Generally we go to the temple and if we praise someone, we go and praise some person, there should be some agenda behind it. General. If not now, we may expect something in future. This person may be helpful for me in the future, we have a good relation. Oh, you're so nice person, you're Karna Prabhu, you're whatever. Great. Start talking about that person, great. So Krishna is asking Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is singing this song, or Adi Shankaracharya for that matter, enough, Baba, enough. What are you expecting from me? What do you want? You praise me of everything. You praise me so far in all these slokas, 6 stotras. What are you expecting from me? What is it you want? This is exactly the same in Sishtastakam prayers, right? So we can relate it to the Sishtastakam prayer. So Nadanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisa kamaye. So the same thing over here also. Also Kulashekara Alvar and Mukundamala. Naham mande katava charanayor dvantum advantum hetu hukumbi pakam kurumapi hare narakam napirantum. Rama, Ramba is telling Ramya, Rama, Mrudutanulata. This is exactly what we have done. Ramya, Rama, Mrudutanulata. Now, the same concept is that, what do you want from me? God is asking, what do you want from me? Do you want wealth? No, I have. Do you want your H1 to be picked in the lottery this year? Do you want a job? What do you want? Well, last year I came and asked, you gave me that, that's enough now. Oh, okay, what do you want? Do you want a nice house? Big house? I also have that. Now you have a house, you have friends, you have saved enough money, everything is there. You need family, so you need a good looking, nice looking, a wife, a girl. Well, not that. I am married already. One is enough for me. So he's telling, what is that you want then? What is that you want? I don't want anything, my Lord. That doesn't make sense. You come to the temple and you don't want anything? I don't want anything. Then what is it you're really looking for? Why are you doing all this thing? Jagannathastakam Nayana Patakami Bhavatu Me. All I want is just let you become the object of my vision. Let's move on to the last stotra, 8th one. since you're asking me what I want, I'm going to request you one thing, but you got to do it really quickly. Drutataram. You have to do it really quickly. Tvam, you please do this thing for me. Okay, slow down. What is it you want? Tell me what is it you want. He said, Haratvam samsaram drutataram. Asaram. Haratvam, my dear Lord, you please take me away from this miserable place. Take me away. This place is asaram. Saram means essence. Asaram means there's nothing here. No essence. There's nothing here. You know, if you have you tried in India, you get here also the sugar cane, the sugar cane, right? It's called. So you start chewing the sugar cane. The sugar all goes inside. The juice is gone, and you keep chewing the same thing. What do you get out of it? Only you get cuts on your tongue if you continue doing the same thing, right? That's all it is. Like for this is asaram. Asaram, there's no essence. Why do you say that? In the previous sloka, you came to the temple, you asked for the family, you asked for the house, you asked for the wife, you asked for the children, you asked for the nice, healthy life, job. I provided everything. What's happening? Why do you want to get out of this place? Now I understand whatever I got, what I thought is the real happiness in my life is actually more problem I created for myself. In the name of happiness, I was digging my own pit. My Lord, everything that I felt that is a happiness in this world is temporary. It is not permanent. I want to have something which is permanent as in happiness. And I can only tell you that only permanent happiness is by me having you as my vision, object of my vision. Therefore, he says, my dear Lord, please help me. And in the Mukundamala also similar slokas are there. We won't go there. So that is the end of the 8 slokas. Jagannathastakam. Now, Phalastuti. What is that we are going to gain? You heard here for almost 50 minutes here, by hearing, by chanting. What is the benefit that we are all going to get? And it's not an exaggeration, by the way. For people who think this is exaggeration, it won't work. The people who believes in what has been told here as a Phalastuti will get the result. We'll hear that.
Jagannathastakam Purnyam Yapate Dvayadasuchi Sarva Papa Vishuddharma Vishnu Lokam Sagachati.
One who with faith heard what has been told today, and one who recites this Jagannathastakam regularly on a daily basis, they will go to a place where they don't have to come back again. Little more louder. You must be saying, are you sending us to jail or what? Go back and come back never again? That's not jail. We'll be released from this jail and go to the freedom world called Vaikunta, Goloka. We go there and serve the Lord over there in person. Right now we are serving also. Over there we will continue serving without any difficulty, without any stop. So Sri Jagannathastakam ki jai, Adi Shankara ki jai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Rathayatra ki jai. The coming weekend is going to be a big festival. It's going to be busy for all of us. By the way, not as a concluding thing, I'm going to request them to completely sing this song. We'll take 5 minutes. But I want to thank the entire troop here for doing this one. Before we all get busy after this. So thank you for both of you for doing. Please give them a hand right now. Thank you all for patiently listening and forgiving for any offenses. Neelachala Nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Subhadra Prananathaya Jagannathaya Mangalam.
Rama नवेयाची राज्यं न च कनकमाणिक्यविभवम् न याचिहं रम्यां सकलजनकाम्यां वरवरम् सदा काली काळे रमता प्रतिनाहीतचरितो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनापथगामी भवतु मे हर त्वं संसारं धृततरमसारं सुरपदे हर त्वं पापानां विततिमपरां यादवपदे अहो दीनेनाथे निहितचरणो निश्रितमिदम् जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनापथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनापथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयनापथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथाष्टकं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रयतशुचिः सर्वपापविशुद्धात्मा विष्णुलोकं स गच्छति
I just realized that I was concluding with a message saying that the last prayer was that, my dear Lord, take me back immediately, right? Please don't get scared. And it's not meant to say if I start chanting this one, then Lord will take me immediately. It's only for the elevated souls, and we know where we stand, and we also know how much we are attached to. He will not do that for his children like that. So don't be afraid. It's nice to chant this one and be happy in this world and the world that is we are going to enter after this life, which is a spiritual world. Because he is Dinanatha. Dinanatha means who is a friend of the poor and helpless ones. We are the poor one. We are poor of bhakti. Therefore, he will give us bhakti by chanting this Ashtakam and by pulling the Rath next week. Please join us next week. Hare Krishna. Jai Jagannath Swami ki Jai. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki Jai. LalGopaldas ki Jai. Microphone is working. Yes.
Prabhu, come. Prabhu, come. Hare Krishna. Hope microphone is loud enough for everybody. Is it loud enough? Yes. Is it? Yeah. Thank you. So good round of applause for the devotee. Beautiful class. Thank you so much. I don't know many of you know or not, but we had nice group of devotees who are very professional in music, and I'm sure